nigga, I'm speaking. I see that niggas try to trick you out your spot and how you look like a clown in front of these cameras and shit, and you held it down.
He got it the first time you texted, boy.
I wasn't talking to you either, Flip. And you know, I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, I got some for you too.
I got some shit for you.
I got something for you too.
I promise you.
Yeah, let's get it.
Nope.
Let's get it.
No. I got you.
All the shit you be saying, nigga, I didn't be hearing.
You. The shit you. We can do it now then.
Let's do it.
The shit you be saying and playing around like it's not you. I'm on to you. I've watched you. Okay. I've been sitting here for a minute. I let it slide because I don't play them COE games, but I like to let people know that I see what they doing.
Okay.
Now, if you continue to do it and I let you know I see it, I will respond.
I need to start with you first because if I jump straight into Ice, I might go too far. So let me deal with you up front because you are not innocent in this. Ice absolutely has a reason to address you the way he did. When we look at your history on the JBP, you've clashed with just about everybody on that couch. You've gone back and forth with Joe countless times. You nearly squared up verbally with Mark Lamont Hill. A lot of people still believe you played a major role in Melissa Ford exiting the show. And while Joe carries responsibility too, you were part of the tension that shut things down. I think Joe still rocks with you. I clearly don't in the same way. And Parks hasn't been moving like he fully does either. You are the common thread in a lot of the smoke that follows you. Now, I'm not ignoring what you've contributed. You are self-made. You brought a spark to the JBP that wasn't there before, energy that those older, stagnant personalities couldn't generate. I'll give you that credit all day, but Ice didn't just wake up and decide to press you for no reason. That didn't come out of thin air. And I respect that you don't escalate with Ice the way you do with others. There's a reason for that, and I'll circle back to it. Still, you have to look inward. You've adjusted your potting style, yes, I've seen growth, that's why I'm addressing you first, but at some point, you have to ask yourself why you keep finding yourself in these collisions. You have too much talent, too much creativity, yet to constantly in controversy. I've acknowledged the improvements, I salute the effort, but Ice's response wasn't random. It was provoked. Now that that's handled, Ice Freeze, Big Ice, whatever name you're operating under today, let's talk. Your behavior over the years, on the pod, on Twitter, and how you move, has not shown the level of maturity you claim. You don't get to speak down to me like you're some authority figure. Hold on, my notifications are going crazy. Nah, I'm not editing that out. Listen, you need to stop moving strategically when it comes to who you check. And honestly, I can't even fully call it picking and choosing, because you've thrown subtle shots at Mark too, but you never go all the way there. You go hard at Flip because in your mind, he's the lowest on the hierarchy right now. You don't see him as carrying weight on the pod anymore. And because you're tighter with the rest of the room, outside of him and maybe Mark, likely conversations are happening behind the scenes. That's why you and Parks have been moving toward him the way you have. But even with that context, you're wrong in how you're addressing Flip. You are, period. And I didn't even want to bring this up, but since y'all opened the door talking about tenure and relationships, let's walk through it. Joe himself said he has a different rapport with you because of what y'all have been through. That history gives him space to violate you verbally in ways Flip can't. Cool, that's your bond. But when you tell someone, don't speak on my family, that line carries a different weight depending on who's saying it. A lot of us remember when you first secured that JBP bag, and shortly after, your previous situation with your child's mother shifted publicly. I understand relationships get messy, that's life. But when Flip says, don't speak on my family, and when you say it, those statements are rooted in different dynamics. Over the years on that show, Flip has never disrespected your daughter or your child's mother. They joke about how often you bring your daughter up, sure, but they haven't attacked her. So when you say family, what exactly are we defining? Are you including your current partner and her children from previous relationships? That's valid if that's your household, but don't conflate that with someone else's situation and act like it's identical. I know y'all love cracking jokes about me not being legally married. Cool, laugh it up, but understand this clearly. Married or not, I've been under the same roof with the same woman, and every child in that house is mine. Don't ever put your mouth on something I built from the ground up. Listen to this. What's that phrase they love using online now? They say you jumped into another man's game and started playing off his saved progress. You can pop that confidence because of who you're standing next to right now. Yada, 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 cool. But don't step to me as if you can physically handle me. If this energy had been aimed at me like that, we would have had to take that walk to the balcony. Same situation with Zaire and Jeff, no hesitation. All right, headphones coming off, mic is getting slid back. You don't even understand the shift. I'm pushing it away from my face, and I'm walking straight to that balcony. If you've got that much to say to me, prove it. Prove it. This whole tough act doesn't even fit you, Ice. You can't admit to having snitch-like tendencies and questionable moments, then suddenly posture up. You don't get to pick and choose your aggression just because Flip sits lowest on your totem pole right now. For whatever reason. For whatever reason. In your mind, Flip is the easiest target in the room. So every time he throws a shot, you want to blast him out of the frame. What? Now it's let's step outside? Now you're adding names to some imaginary fight list? What does that even mean? And listen, I respect a man standing tall when it's necessary, but what you're showing right now is the exact COE you swear you're not into. You always say you're not with the COE stuff. This is COE. What you're doing is COE. You wouldn't be talking like this if those cameras weren't rolling, and you know it. There are plenty of angles people could use against Ice. I'm choosing not to even go there. But you don't get to address somebody like that unchecked. And you know how I know? Because you wouldn't talk to Mark like this. And hold up, trust me, I've got a whole breakdown on what Mark's added to this current version of the pod. You wouldn't speak to Joe like that either. You'll talk over Joe to prove you're not soft, but you won't talk at him like that. It's ironic because you'll joke with Joe, yet when Joe presses you about your family, you let it slide. Why? That's exactly what Flip is trying to tell you. He's keeping himself calm on purpose, but you keep turning up the bravado like you're really cut like that. And here's the part people miss. Whether Flip wins or loses, he's actually willing to go there. I don't care what anybody says. Ice isn't built that way. He's the one always trying to rewrite his past. The same guy who lived on Twitter was acting a certain way. You know what? Here's the comparison, because this is where it really gets interesting. This part right here is what's irritating me. Ice constantly clowns Flip for being the skit guy. That's been his main angle from day one. Oh, you'll do anything for a skit. Meanwhile, Flip can at least say he got paid for the wild stuff he did. You were tweeting your heart out for free. And because you felt Twitter famous in your own head. Because you felt Twitter famous, you started reaching out and building a whole persona off it. You tried to turn tweets into a brand. You were even reaching out to get me involved in that space. That's why I laughed during that Breakfast Club moment, and you still haven't let that go. Flip absolutely needs to reflect, but I'm getting tired of this fake I'm hard routine. Standing on what exactly? No, Ice. No, no, no. Because if someone truly pressed you, and I believe Flip would, you wouldn't react like this. You'd quiet down real quick. And that's just where I'm at with it. Anyway, y'all tell me if I'm off with this Ice and Flip take. Let me know if you watched today's episode. Hit like if you rock with the breakdown. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, you already know the vibe over here. And once again, go check out the Patreon. Just go to Patreon. Peace.